U.S. Election 2024, what a Trump or Harris victory could mean for stocks, bonds, and crypto. The U.S. presidential election is just around the corner, with Republican Donald Trump and Democrat Kamala Harris in a highly competitive race that's captivating both voters and investors alike. As Americans brace for a pivotal vote, financial markets are buzzing with signals that may reveal investor preferences and predictions. Wall Street, crypto traders, and bond markets are all responding in ways that reflect market sentiment on what a Trump or Harris victory could mean for the economy. Here's a breakdown of what's at stake for different asset classes and what recent movements tell us about the possible outcomes. Trump's economic plan, tax cuts, and business growth. Trump has been vocal about his economic plans, which aim to reduce corporate taxes from the current 21% to 15%. This tax cut is anticipated to boost corporate earnings by around 4%, according to Bank of America analysts, and could reinvigorate sectors like consumer discretionary, technology, and communication services. Stocks of companies that may benefit from Trump's policies, such as those involved in private prisons, firearms manufacturing, and even Trump's own media group, are already seeing notable gains. However, it's not all smooth sailing. Trump's proposals include imposing higher tariffs on Chinese imports, which analysts warn could lead to inflationary pressures, raising costs on everyday goods for consumers. According to a study by the Tax Foundation, these tariffs could reduce the earnings of S&P 500 companies by over 3%, affecting industries that heavily rely on foreign goods. Harris's agenda: corporate taxes and green investments. On the other side, the Harris-led administration would likely take a different economic approach, with plans to raise corporate taxes to 28%. This move, while less business-friendly than Trump's approach, could increase government revenues and may even reduce the deficit. Analysts warn that this tax hike could cut into corporate profits, potentially reducing them by 5%. Yet, there's a silver lining for some sectors. Harris's policy includes massive support for affordable housing and renewable energy. Her proposal to build 3 million homes and boost clean energy sources could generate growth in construction, real estate, and green energy stocks. Investors in these industries are already positioning themselves, as stocks in these areas have seen upward momentum in response to favorable polling for Harris. Bonds, a reflection of economic stability. The bond market is often a bellwether for economic health. Following recent Federal Reserve decisions to reduce interest rates, bonds have seen some price recovery. A Trump win could halt further rate cuts, potentially hurting bond prices as government spending on tax cuts and tariffs could pressure inflation upwards. If Harris wins, analysts expect the Federal Reserve to continue on its current path, potentially leading to more favorable conditions for bondholders with lower inflation rates and steady rate cuts. Recently, the U.S. bond market has been volatile, experiencing its worst sell-off in 6 months, largely due to mixed economic indicators showing strong activity that raises questions about the Fed's next steps. A significant rate decision is expected just 2 days after the election, which could mark a turning point for bonds depending on the election outcome. Currency markets, the dollar's direction. Currency markets are also eyeing the election. A Trump victory could strengthen the U.S. dollar, especially if his tariff policies make U.S. assets more appealing to foreign investors. Morgan Stanley analysts predict that if Trump resumes an America First policy, the dollar could appreciate in value, even if it drives up inflation. In contrast, a Harris administration would likely maintain current trade policies, potentially leading to a weaker dollar as trade stability and controlled fiscal expansion reduce foreign demand for U.S. dollars. For international markets, this could mean different investment strategies in emerging markets or currencies that may benefit from a stronger dollar. Cryptocurrencies, riding the election wave. Cryptocurrencies are taking on a life of their own ahead of the election. Bitcoin and other digital assets have seen rallies as the election nears, with speculators predicting a supportive environment under a potential Trump administration. Trump's recent embrace of digital currencies and his endorsement from crypto enthusiasts, including Elon Musk, suggests that a second Trump term could bring further momentum for crypto assets. In fact, Trump has even launched his own digital currency, symbolizing a new era for Republican-backed crypto projects. If Harris wins, the approach could be more cautious. The Democrats have generally leaned towards stricter regulations for digital assets, viewing stablecoins and other cryptocurrencies with a more critical eye. But with the digital asset market already showing signs of resilience and growth, it's likely that investor interest will persist regardless of the outcome. With just days until the US decides its next president, the world is watching closely. From Wall Street to Silicon Valley and beyond, investors are betting on the policies that could shape the next 4 years. Stocks, bonds, currencies, and cryptocurrencies are already aligning with potential outcomes, creating a financial landscape charged with anticipation.